What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have an incredibly important AMC update and some breaking news as far as this catalyst that we are going to talk about that is going to send AMC shares possibly higher and break us out from this technical pennant that we do have going on. So we're going to go over this catalyst because it is literally going to have an impact Monday and throughout the rest of the week, as well as tie this into, like I said, the technicals to help signify and solidify how big this could be and give us that break to the upside. Now, I don't want to waste any time getting into this information. The only thing that I ask is that you hit that like button for me, show me some love in exchange for this video. Now let's get into it, guys, and what I am talking about is this article. It says F9 has highest opening weekend of the pandemic with a 70 million box office haul. Now, why this is so important, and first off, let me just say that I covered this exact thing once we did get news that this had already done 250 million at the international box office. This was on June 12th. Now, most people agreed with me, obviously, from the like to dislike ratio, that this could be a huge potential catalyst, and we're going to go into why this does help us here, because this is not a fundamental trade. This is a technical trade, but the better the fundamentals get, the more enthusiasm around the stock there will be. So we did cover this a while ago, but we have new details that we do need to cover. So let's get into it, guys. It says F9 tailed 70 million in box office receipts during its opening weekend, the most of any movie release in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. With an additional 37.9 million in ticket sales internationally, F9 now has gathered more than 405 million since its debut outside the US and Canada in May. As of this weekend, 80% of North American theaters were open, according to data from Comscore. So that is definitely good. You're seeing more foot traffic, and you're potentially going to see the first movie that hits that magical $1 billion threshold. That will be huge for the movie theater industry. And as we all know, AMC is the largest movie theater chain around the world. So they do have the most to benefit from these great numbers. You can't even say it any other way. These are great numbers, and it's signifying that people are going back to the movie theaters. But it says Universal's F9 is paving the way for 2021 summer box office. Over its opening weekend, the Fast and Furious film tailed 70 million in box office receipts, the most of any movie released in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. The previous record holder was Paramount's A Quiet Place 2, which opened in May with just under 50 million in ticket sales. Other top openers were Godzilla vs. Kong, which tailed 32.2 million during its first weekend in April, and Cruella, which took in 37.4 million when it first released in May. With an additional 37.9 million in ticket sales internationally, F9 now has garnered more than 405 million since its debut outside the US and Canada in May. F9's opening weekend performance shows that Universal's decision early on in the pandemic to move the film well into 2021 was the absolute best move, said Paul, I'm not even going to say that, senior media analyst at Comscore. The release of F9 coincides with a countrywide loosening of COVID-related restrictions and an increase in the number of theaters are open to the public. As of this weekend, 8% of North American theaters were open, according to data from Comscore. As vaccination rates continue to rise and the number of coronavirus cases declines, customer confidence in returning to movie theaters has spiked. These audiences are also being exposed to fresh movie marketing on the big screen, which could entice them to return for future releases, particularly movies such as F9, which is only available in theaters and not being released on streaming until a later date. Now let's talk about some other movies, because this is only the start for the movie theater industry over this summer. It says in the next few weeks, Hollywood is releasing blockbuster features like Black Widow, Jungle Cruise, Space Jam: A New Legacy, and Snake Eyes. Then later in the summer and into the fall, audiences will experience Dune, Free Guy, Eternals, The Green Knight, The Suicide Squad, Venom, There Will Be Carnage, Superman No Way Home, and No Time to Die. F9 is the first true summer blockbuster released in over 2 years, and all eyes were on this performance to provide a glimpse into the future of the movie theater. And the future now looks very bright and bodes well for the big films now in the pipeline set for release in the coming weeks and months. So overall, huge news for AMC stock. Now, why is this such big news overall to what is going on with AMC stock in particular? And like we have already said, AMC is the prime beneficiary of people actually going back to theaters. Obviously, they're the biggest movie theater chain in the world, but we are in this pennant right now. That is essentially where you take this trend line that is hitting the the top ends of these candlesticks, and that is going down while our bullish uptrend is still intact. And we are at this crossing point. Once you do get to this, you either see a break to the upside or the potential downside. Now, why this is specifically huge, and especially right now, obviously with the bullish pendant, but this is going to cause the algorithmic trading. We have covered this in many videos. Algorithmic trading can revolve around speculation, news, positive sentiment, just overall buying that happens with the stock. That gets extramentally increased once the algorithms do catch on. And I do think this news will push AMC stock to trade higher as far as the algorithmic trading is concerned. And then you will obviously see more people buying into the stock. Now, regardless of everything else, some people think the short squeeze is going to happen this next upcoming week. This could start it, honestly. I don't think that's the case. I would rather this go to, like we have talked about with the Stocko tracker data, I don't want to get into right now, but our next biggest significant chance for a gamma squeeze is going to be July 16th. That week of expiration, we have about 250,000 contracts that are in the money and out the money. That is a combined number that is put together. So preferably we will squeeze during that week, but I do think this will push us for a bullish break to the upside, like I said, just because of the algorithmic trading and the positive news that we did get and the overall enthusiasm for the movie theater industry going ahead into the future. So that is all I have for this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Give it to you in a quick fashion because it is Sunday. Everybody wants to enjoy the last day before we get back to war trading AMC stock. But make sure to check out the link down below for public up to $70 in your choice of free stock. No deposit necessary, no need to even link a bank account. And if you did this right now, you would have your free stock in 3 minutes time, and they do not route your order flows to companies like Citadel. The only other brokerages that do not do this are Fidelity, Merrill Lynch, and Public. So if you guys are not signed up with Public, it is literally free money by definition. You have to do nothing for it besides put in your personal information, which you have to do for any other brokerage as well. Check out the link down below for Webull. You can actually turn off a setting so you cannot not give them the ability to lend your shares out without you knowing about it. So that's why I have that link. Deposit $100, get 4 free stocks, each of them potentially worth up to $2,400, as well as check out the link for the buy and sell alerts. All of those amazing links linked down below in the description. The buy and sell alerts pays for itself. But with all of that being said, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will see you guys in the next video.